friend's boyfriend tried to micromanage my dating life, pushed his friends on me, and now won't stop following me online. My 19F friend's 18F boyfriend is weirdly invested in my life. I 19F would like to start off by saying that I am in my own relationship. And although the title sounds weird, I just can't tell if I'm going crazy or not, since everyone in my life has acted as if this situation is completely normal. A couple months ago, before I was in a relationship, I was on a dating app and would mainly use it unseriously with my friends. Mainly because I would never find anything substantial in them. I ended up matching with this guy, 19M, let's call him Dave, who only used ins, Tagram to talk to people, and therefore I ended up giving him my IG. I specifically remember talking to my friend 18F, let's call her Leah, about Dave. My IG is full of pictures of me and my friends. I ended up ghosting Dave due to some personal issues I was going through and some mannerisms I caught on to that. I didn't like, he was low-key, aggressive, and I continued to post on my IG. Months later, my friend Leah comes up to me and tells me about this guy she matched with on a dating app. Surprise, surprise. It's Dave. Leah starts saying that she understands why it wouldn't work out with me and Dave, because we have nothing in common, and that she's really excited for her date with Dave. I was also excited for her at first. She went on her first date with him. Things were going very well. On the second date, Dave tells Leah that he wants to meet her friends. He was so pushy about meeting her friends that he said he would plan the whole thing. I told Leah that I definitely did not have to meet Dave and Ties. They're more settled into the relationship, and that I wouldn't take offense to not being invited. Leah told me that she wanted me to go, and that all she felt she needed to do was tell Dave that I would be at this meeting the friends date. On Leah's third date with Dave, she asks him who his celebrity crush is, and Dave responds with a popular actress of my ethnicity, and then continues to express how women of my ethnicity are his type. Leah has a very different ethnicity to me, and Dave was, aware of this. She finally musters up the courage to tell him that she is friends with me, and when she does, he tells her, "Oh, I know, do you know why she ghosted me?" He then proceeded to tell her that he would bring a friend and turn this next date into a double date for us. I go to the double date. Surprise, surprise, his friend doesn't show up because he's too afraid of women. Then we go through the date with Dave and Leah, heavily making out everywhere we went to the point where I just continued to get secondhand embarrassment. I then realized that my ex-boyfriend worked at one of the stores nearby. And since I was on good terms with him, I decided to stop by and say hi to him. Again, this is before me, and my current boyfriend got into a relationship. Leah and Dave show up, and Dave asked my ex if he wanted to join us. And so he did. It was a pretty awkward setup since Aya and Dave continued to heavily make out at the restaurant we went to, but thankfully I was able to get through it without dying of boredom. A couple weeks go by, and this is when I start dating my boyfriend. We made it official before Leah and Dave did, and when he finally asked Leah to be his girlfriend, he sort of did it through text. Leah then tells me that they had gone on a date in the same mall we had gone on our double date, and that Dave had gone back into the store my ex worked at to see if he could find him. Leah tried to play it off as a really cute thing because apparently Dave doesn't have a lot of friends since he just transferred to this college, and she believes he's just trying to make friends his own age. I don't find it as endearing since my ex was very visibly uncomfortable with Dave throughout the dinner and barely talked to him. A couple months later, my boyfriend and I start to have issues. I confided in Leah, and she wasn't really helpful since all she talked about was how Dave would never do that to her. She also brought up the fact that she had a coworker who was looking for a girlfriend and that she showed him my IG, and he seemed interested. Leah then started talking about how her coworker is actually one of Dave's new friends and how they're getting along well. Leah then puts Dave on the phone, and he proceeds to tell me that I should break up with my boyfriend. Dave has never met my boyfriend. Dave also said that I should get myself a man of his ethnicity. Leah then admits to me that Dave has been continuously asking her for updates on how my relationship with my boyfriend is going, and if we have broken up yet. A couple days later, I get a follow request from Leah's coworker, and I asked her if she had told him to follow me. She says Dave was the one who told him to follow me and said that Leah's coworker would treat me better. Dave just met Leah's coworker. He doesn't even know him that well. A couple hours later, Dave requested to follow me on his Nate account. I don't know what else to do or say. Leah, my boyfriend, nor my friends seem to be at all upset about this behavior, or at least not at the level I'm upset. My friends have said that it is very odd and seem to think he's weirdly involved with my life as my friend's boyfriend. Is this not weird? Am I wrong for being upset? Update 1 original post TLDR. My friend's boyfriend, Dave, seems oddly fixated on my life, and it's making me uncomfortable. I ghosted him after we matched on a dating app, but now that he's dating my friend Leah, he keeps inserting himself into my relationships, commenting on my love life, encouraging Leah's coworker to pursue me, and even following me on social media with an alternate account. While I find his behavior intrusive and unsettling, Leah, my boyfriend, And my other friends don't seem to think it's a big deal, leaving me questioning if I'm overreacting. Thank you so much for all the support you gave me on my original post. I just wanted to update you all on the developments. Since then, my boyfriend and I made up and I updated him on the situation with Leah, Dave, and Leah's coworker. At first, my boyfriend seemed unfazed, but the more time passed, the more it seemed to bother him. Leah came over. The night I uploaded the original post, and the first thing she said was, "So what happened? Enid with your boyfriend?" Everyone is dying to know, and by everyone I mean Dave and my coworker. With a huge smile on her face, I pointed out the fact that it was odd that they wanted to know so badly. Leah simply brushed it off and said that her coworker actually wanted to apologize to me. Leah said that supposedly Dave had made it sound like my relationship was done for, which is why her coworker requested me. As for Dave, he just continues to ask Leah if I've broken up with him. Yet Leah continued to express her disappointment with some comments Dave has started to make about her size. She specifically talked about how she had wanted to get some dessert, but he had refused to get anything, and then asked Leah, "Do you get desserts with your friends every time you go out with them?" So Marie. And then Leah alluded to him fat-shaming her friends, specifically me and one of her other friends. A day or so later, Leah calls me and tells me that Dave has once again asked her if I've broken up with my boyfriend yet. We continue talking, and she says that unfortunately she doesn't think that we can go on that trip she's been wanting to go on with all four of us. Although I had already decided I wouldn't go anywhere if Dave were present. Curiosity got the better of me, and I asked what changed. Her mind, she said. If Dave was in the same room as your boyfriend, I think he would physically fight him. She was being dead serious. My boyfriend and I got into a pretty run-in-the-mill argument. He didn't cheat or lie or steal or hit. It was a simple disagreement. Therefore, I don't think getting physical with my boyfriend is at all warranted, especially considering the fact that this rage is coming from my friend's boyfriend, who I originally turned down and barely know. The day after this phone call, my boyfriend brought Dave up and asked if he had done anything else. I informed him, and he seemed genuinely concerned for Leah. He said that I should genuinely consider intervening as things have seemingly gotten worse. I made efforts to intervene when this relationship between Dave and Leah was fresh. However, Leah simply accused me of jealousy. If I had been single at the time, I would have bit my tongue and taken the harsh accusation. However, by the time she made the accusation, I was, in a relationship with my current boyfriend. Therefore, the accusation truly upset me, specifically because it was an insult to my boyfriend and our relationship. After reading so many of your comments, which I greatly appreciate, I think I have decided to make some space between me and Leah. Am I wrong for this? Should I try harder to intervene? TLDR. Thank you for all the support on my original post. My boyfriend and I made up, but the situation with Leah and her boyfriend, Dave, has gotten worse. Leah told me that she can't see us going on that trip anymore because she thinks Dave will try to fight my boyfriend if they end up in the same room, which feels completely unwarranted. I've tried to intervene in their relationship before, but Leah dismissed it as jealousy, so now I'm considering creating some distance. Am I wrong for stepping back instead of trying harder to help her?